Welcome to MUS206, Tracking Sounds, a History of Film Music. I am your course designer and instructor, Dr. Elizabeth Hoover. You can just call me Dr. Hoover or Dr. H for the term. This is our course navigation tour video, in which I will introduce our Canvas course site, as well as give an overview of how the course is designed, organized, and your requirements for the semester. This is our home page that I'm on right now. There aren't too many things on the home page, and this will not actually be the primary place you should go to for the entire term, but it is a place that introduces the primary places you should visit throughout the term. I give a welcome message, my instructor information, as well as helpful links to university resources. So the most important part of our Canvas site is the modules link. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that from the left-hand corner here. However, you can also get to it from our TV here in the middle, course modules. So this does link to parts of our Canvas site. So if I click on the upper left-hand side, you will see multiple modules. And I'm actually going to click on the very first link, and I assume that you have clicked on this either because you're in Canvas or because I instructed you in an email, but getting started in the course. This is your first where you want to start. So I know you want to click everywhere, but don't. Click on getting started in the course. So this term is in the summer, and it is entirely asynchronous. So this means that we won't be having synchronous Zoom sessions. We will certainly not be meeting face-to-face, and you will work independently. So there might be a couple discussions, but those will happen entirely asynchronously. And you can work on your own timeline. However, I do guide you by due dates that are twice a week to keep you on track, since we do move quickly and there is a lot to do within a week. So there are two primary assignments throughout the course. Very simple. There are asynchronous assignments that will vary from interacting with YouTube videos or readings or blogs, podcasts, interacting with your textbook in a variety of ways. And then there are film screening notes. So throughout the entire semester, you will be watching 6 films. So you'll get to choose in a module. There'll be a choice between 2. And you'll just choose one of them, and you'll be writing film screening notes. This will come into play by the end of the course, so you'll do this cumulatively and build a portfolio of film screenings, and the final thing that's due for the course is a final film screening reflection, which provides an overview of film music history that is introduced through the course and through the asynchronous assignments, chronologically situate the films you viewed within that narrative of film history, and then integrate a film of your choice into the narrative. So that is the final project for the course, but it is scaffolded throughout. There are no final examinations, no midterm examinations. So the course is organized into modules, and that's why the module button on Canvas is so important. There are 11 modules total in terms of the course, the topic modules. There's also, you're in the introductory module, and there's a module for the textbook. So in addition to that, there are 11 modules, and you will be completing 2 modules a week. Except for the final week of class, there's only 1 module due based on the time frame of this summer semester. So each module is on a topic or era in film music history, and they're organized into steps. And I organize them in a very specific way, so numbered steps, so that you progress through the steps in that order. A step could be an instructor presentation, a reading assignment from the textbook, an asynchronous assignment that could be related to a variety of things, or a screening of a film, so one of your 6 film screenings. I think that it's really good to have consistent due dates throughout the term so that you know what to expect and you know my expectations from the start. So you will have a module, so you'll have module work, right? Module asynchronous, and if it's due on Sunday, a screening reflection. In each, you'll have one due on Thursdays and one due on Sundays throughout the term, and that is provided here in this table. There's a little introduction again, and then some pre-course tasks, making sure, 1, that you read the syllabus, 2, that you can access the textbook, 3, introduce yourself, and then jump into Module 1. Woohoo! So I will lead into the syllabus now. I don't think there's really anything else I need to go over except the weighting. So this is our course syllabus. It says a Google document, a living document, or I downloaded a copy for you. Here are the screening options. So within the second module, so this is module 2, that's when your first screening will happen. You can watch Don Juan or Sunrise. So you're never watching both of these. You're going to choose one. So I said this will inform your film screening portfolio and then eventually your final film screening reflection. And AAs are throughout. Academic integrity and accessibility, please let me know if you can't access anything. The due dates again. And then I've listed so you know what to expect moving forward, even though they're not published yet. Only through Module 4 has been published for you to work on. I will be publishing. You'll basically have 2 weeks available to you at a time, just in case you want to work ahead a little bit. I think that's only fair. Okay, so netiquette expectation, especially in regards to discussions. And down here you will see listed all of the due dates. You'll have about 3 things due for every due date, so due on a Thursday or a Sunday. You'll also note all of these sections are listed. I did import this course and built it from a full semester's version of it, wherein we were synchronously streaming, so you can ignore all of that. So only pay attention to things with due dates. All right, so let's go back to modules. So this introductory module, you've gone through getting started in the course. You'll want to make sure you introduce yourself to all of us and also click the textbook. So the textbook is Julie Hubbart's Celluloid Symphonies. It's at no cost to you. Please just click on that, download the PDF, and there you go. There's your textbook. And again, let me know if you have trouble accessing it in any way, because you can purchase it directly from Oxford. If you need kind of playback or anything like that, let me know. So the first 4 topic era modules have been published, and as you'll note, as I said, they're ordered in terms of steps. So M1 just refers to module 1 and then steps 1 through 5 here. So this is 1 through 5, but you'll note module 3 is 1 through 4 and module 4 is 1 through 6. So typically you'll be doing, if we think about modules 1 and 2 as encompassing a week's worth of work, there are usually about 10 steps total across 2 modules. So I've not locked any of this, but I do please encourage you to work in order. So you'll want to click on the module introduction. This will introduce you to module outcomes as well as the specific steps, and then you can just click next, and that will take you into the order that you need. So you can do this by clicking next, or you can just click on the module 1, step 2, AA. So this is an asynchronous assignment. You'll note that the first module, right, there's no screening, but what's due on Sunday is the film screening for our second module topic, which is early sound film. So you'll note that the 2 films are usually provided as I love the Bitmoji. So in creative ways, I think, read through the module outcomes and then go through the steps to then get to your screening. So I like to think that this is quite simple in terms of its design. Announcements will be sent via email as well as found under the announcements link, and you can always access your grade under grade. So your grade will be kept up to date as you submit, and then right after the due date. So if you have any questions, please let me know, but that's the course. In terms of content, we move through, you can go, here, let's pull up the syllabus really quickly so you can kind of see where we will go. We do start in the silent film era, which is a misnomer. There were a lot of sounds that could accompany film at the turn of the 20th century. We move into early sound film, so this is the 1920s, then into classical studio era, which is the 30s and 40s, film noir, which is from the 30s to 50s, film and the music industry or song, which takes us from the 50s to 60s. Same thing with avant-garde approaches to scoring in the 50s to 60s. We move into the 1970s with some adapted film scores, into the 70s and 80s with symphonic and also synthesized or non-symphonic scores. We stay in the 1980s for some MTV and film or music videoization of film. And then we move into the 80s to 90s with a realism film, and end our discussion with concert composers of film music, as well as live concerts featuring film music that take place today. Your film screening portfolio and reflection due dates are listed here. The asynchronous, I should mention this, the asynchronous assignments are 55%, but the way that that's broken down is just equal. So for everyone you submit, that's about 2% of your final course grade, since you have about 25 of them that you'll be submitting throughout the term. And then your film screening portfolio notes, you'll do this 6 times, so each one is 5% for a total of 30% of the total grade. And then your film screening final reflection, which is written, will be 15% of your final grade. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm so excited for this term, and I will see you via video soon. Bye-bye.